So, Breeze is no longer in the Iceland map pool. For some people, pro players and professional analysts in particular, this is a good thing. However, most of the fans on the outside of the window looking in are a little bit frustrated. I'm Catinator3K, and let's break it down. So about a week ago, Valorant Champions Tour put out a tweet stating that their newest map, Breeze, will be prominently featured at the Major, bringing a 6-map pool to Iceland, accompanied by a brand new pick and ban system that we'd never seen before. This tweet would effectively send the community into a frenzy, as arguments broke out between whether this would be a good idea or not. If you were a fan of the map being introduced, the main argument was how meta-shifting it could be, seeing teams on a briefly prepared terrain, allowing for mechanical and agent-specific talents to shine instead. Tons of fans were excited to see what players could bring to the table, without the Masters looking like a simple game of who could counter-strat the other better. On the other hand, if you weren't a fan of the map's addition, as most knowledgeable Valorant heads were, your debate was the exact opposite, stating how uncompetitive it all truly would be. Teams would throw together comps, play would look really sloppy, and overall, the most important tournament of Valorant's brief history would look gimmicky. The debate was silenced, however, as a clear winner would finally prevail on May 4th. The VCT would tweet that Breeze was removed from the Iceland map pool. They stated that this decision was made after talks with several pro players from across the globe, and they felt that not enough prep time would be allowed for the map to be competitive. But Catinator, why would they do this? Well, for several reasons. The most prominent of them, the order of qualification. It's not uncommon for Valorant fans to pay attention to only one region of play, as after all, commentary in your own language is typically much easier to follow. However, if you step out of your own region's bubble, you may have noticed that we only have 7 teams out of 10 qualified for Iceland. Yeah, both Brazil and Latin America are still playing Challengers Finals, with both regions ending on May 9th. With this information available, it would be an extreme disadvantage already, as the first 7 qualified teams would have had an extra week to drill Breeze, while these 2 regions in specific would have been stuck preparing for their final matchups in attempts to qualify for this event in the first place. With time out of the way, let's talk about something more game specific: meta shifts. Sure, the meta shifts all the time. What does it matter? Give us the tropics, Riot. Take us to the beach. I hear you. The meta does shift quite constantly, but we just saw a massive shift in the rise of the Viper Astra meta. And quite frankly, we've seen several upsets, 100 Thieves versus Envy, due to this exact shift, almost proving the significance of these changes. As teams now are drilling to reinvent themselves in the month before Reykjavik, it's entirely unfair to then also task them with learning an entirely new map and the comps to go with it. And the last thing, storylines. Right now, we've got several teams all hungry for the opportunity to shine on the world stage. We've got classes of each region's titans coming together for what is truly set to be a historic event after what has been an awful online COVID-induced drought. The last thing Riot wants to focus on is what team threw some goofy strats together, and this event is worth so much more than that. So, at the end of the day, it all boils down to this. Teams are already working as hard as they can to prepare for their first international LAN event, and some just trying to get there in the first place. And the last thing Riot Games wants to do is overwork teams with another map before what is set to be an already incredibly hype event. And I think they made the right choice. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. This is my first attempt at some longer form educational YouTube content, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you got topics you want me to cover, or just like the video, please let me know down in the comments. I really enjoyed making it, so I might use this extra summer free time to produce some more. But for now, thank you so much for making it to the end. I'll see you next time.